Alright guys, let's attempt to do this Virgo message again. I did it earlier. I mean, I made it to almost like 30, 40 something minutes of your message, and I said, no, that's not gonna work for me, honey. You know how many interruptions and disruptions I had in that video? Plus, I was like, why am I so cranky? It was hot, and then there was loud noises outside, and then I was afraid that my granddog was going to eat something off the floor and choke on it. And so I was just like, I'm going to take a break. It feels like there's still chaos in the background right now. And it's been at least an hour since I recorded the first one that I'm not posting. It was just too much. But that's the cat, so that's the huge. Then right before I started this video, my eye got something in it randomly. It was probably a hair, but like a cat hair or something. And so I had to get that out, and it's still, I feel like I got it out, but it's still a little, I'm just trying to ignore it. And all day yesterday, it felt like it was dragging on. Like, you ever had those days where you feel like they're just so long, they never end? Like, surely somebody's messing with the time. That's how I felt. So, not bad. Like, nothing's bad. I feel very balanced. It's just, I feel like, you know that scene, if you've seen the movie Matilda, where she's on the, I believe she's on the coffee table in her living room, and she's like, if you want to be happy for the rest of your life. I think that's the song during it. I don't remember. Maybe that's not it. Maybe that's for the movie Mermaids with Cher and Winona Ryder and Christina Ricci. I don't know. But anyway, she's in the middle and she's doing this, and all this stuff is flying around the room like chaos, right? Chaos. Yet she's in the center of the chaos. Oh, okay. Anyway, that's how I felt like I'm in the center of the chaos lately, and just trying to be like, so instead of, freaking out about the chaos, it's like, let's learn to work with it and make the chaos our bitch. Like, that's kind of how I feel. So I don't know what that has to do with this message. I just thought I'd vent to you before we started. I think I'm going to title this, You're Still the One That I Want. Now, remember, this is not going to resonate with everybody. It's a general message, but for whoever this is for, it's specific. It's pretty specific. So yeah, before we get into this, talking about You're Still the One I Want, of course, what do you think of when you hear that? Well, some of you may think of Shania Twain, whom I believe is a Virgo, right? I've gotten some of her songs before they come through, but You're Still the One, Shania Twain. Yeah. Okay, now, I watched this video. Thank God I did, because it actually made sense. So I picked up on this song as I was writing your message, and I just kind of went off the lyrics, but I like to put the music video with the lyrics. I just like to see. So I watched the music video along with read the lyrics again, and so the whole song is basically, I'm so glad we made it. Look how far we've come, my baby. We might have took the long way. We knew we'd get there someday. You get the idea. Ain't nothing better. We beat the odds together. So in the video, they're actually not together the whole entire video. I don't know if this is alluding to her being on tour, traveling a lot. She's on TV, actually, in the music video. She's on his television in his home. But they're not physically together. It just shows his physique and him going throughout his life and him not being with anyone else while she's not around. Like, this is somebody here, I'm gonna be very specific. I know it's not for everybody again, but I think someone here, and you can reverse it, this could be you, maybe somebody connected to you. I think someone here has, in the time that y'all have been separate, apart, y'all haven't been around each other, haven't been together, this is someone who's been single. They're single, and if you guys are together but you're physically, or maybe you're on tour, or you guys are taking a break, or y'all aren't together right now, this is not someone who's been with anyone else since the two of you. Some of you do not speak anymore, or you're not speaking right now. Some of you are not on speaking terms. That's been happening to me all day. That shit right there. That type of fucking shit right there. Anyway, we're gonna work with the chaos. Remember, we're gonna make the chaos our bitch. I forgot where I was at. See, that type shit sometimes really doesn't work with somebody who has attention problems. Like, it's so hard to focus, like a squirrel. What was I saying? So yeah, in the music video, he's by himself. I mean, I don't remember seeing him with anybody else. He's just in his house. He's taking a shower, looking good, doing it, water rolling down his back, just kind of, you know, missing her clearly because she's got his full focus, even though she's not physically there. I mean, it's sending a very loud message, even though they're not together. And she's still thinking about him, even though it seems like they're worlds apart. The ocean tumbling in the background, which would signify our emotions, and that it's like, I think of you even when we're not physically together. Like, I can't not think of you. You're in my heart. Like, I feel you. So no matter how far apart we are, no matter how long it's been, how long it'll be, I still want to be with you and you with me. It's like that, okay? Yes, some people might be like, snooze fest, corny, boring, blah, 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 you know, but that's the message, okay? That's for somebody here. Now let's get into what I wrote. So starting off, this is someone who still wants you in their life, or they wish you were still in their life. So it could go two ways. This could be people who are together, may even see each other every day, but not often, because we work. We're always busy. You know, you work all day, I work all day, and when we come home, we've got pets or children, or maybe don't have any of that, but we're like tired, and so you're still who I want. This is someone just reaffirming to their partner, if this is a relationship currently going, I still want you. You're still the one that I want. I don't want anybody else. If this is a connection where it's ended, there's somebody, at least one person, that's saying they still want the individual. Like, I still want to be with you, no matter what happens, no matter what you do while we're apart, no matter what I do while we're apart. You're the one. I know who my heart loves. I don't give a shit. And somehow there's this like computer thing or TV thing, like they literally, the only way that they can maybe, you know, keep track of the person is to watch them online. Okay, so you could be the person they're watching online, vice versa. Others, it's a situation where it wasn't anything that necessarily ended, like a breakup, but it never came together, and someone's still holding out that it will become something romantic, or that it will come together where we can be together forever. We can do this. Okay, so those kind of three scenarios there, not two. People who are together, people who have split up, but one person at least wants to get back together, still saying the person's the one no matter what. And then two people who may have never gotten together, been an item necessarily or at all, but they're holding out hope that one day it will end with the two of them together. There you go. So yeah, we'll just start by saying that this person has found it extremely difficult not to focus on the negatives, though, and they do, you know. I mean, think about it. Like, in separation, it can be hard not to focus on the negative aspects of that. Like, this sucks, you know, and depending on which scenario it fits in, one of those three, though, there will be different negatives for that, you know. Like, say it's two people who are no longer together, there's been like a divorce or a separation or a breakup or something. That could be someone here who's focusing on the fact that it ended, like really upset. It's bugging them. Either way, in every scenario, any of those three scenarios, at least one individual is extremely bothered and bugged. Emphasis on bugged. I don't know if this has to do with like bugging, like literally tracking, or just tracking online, but like tracking, or bugging as in like pest control or like bugs. It actually just, I'm hearing bunny, it bugs them, you know, it's getting to them because they don't want this fucking shit. Wow. You see, I'm just picking up on somebody that they don't want this. It's eating them alive. In every scenario, at least one individual does not want this shit and is waiting. Like waiting. The whole ass video, I could barely see it because they had, you know how at the end of videos it suggests other videos to watch? It had two posted right there, right where, because I was like, the whole video, she's on the screen, he's in his house, they're on the beach, you know, but separate, they're not together, and neither one of them are with anyone else. Again, sending a huge message. But at the very end, he gets out of the shower and it looks like she shows up, but I can't tell because one, it's so fucking dark. The whole thing is shot in like a blue light, which is pretty, but it's dark. And then maybe that's symbolic as well. Being blue, it being like dark. Anyway, and so then also the video suggestions are at the end screen. So I can't tell, but it looks as if she's laying in his bed physically. Now, I don't know if that's her or if it's another woman and then he just got tired of waiting. I can't tell, but it's driving me nuts because I want to. So I tried to find the music video again where possibly someone else had posted it and there wasn't those, you know, video suggestions at the end so I could see who is laying there in the bed, or maybe it was a couch. It was hard to tell. I still can't tell if it's Shania or if it's another woman, which would change the rest of the song, would it not? But we'll just say it's her, or well, we won't even say anything. This is someone who hopes that it's you at the end of the day. They hope that it's you. I want it to be you. And moving forward, because somebody can't help but be negative about it, because it's just really kind of bothering them, it's getting them, it's bugging them, eating them alive, it's depressing. I mean, you know, it's gotten to the place where it's hard for someone at this point to not think negative about it, because this is not the outcome that they wanted. And if this is someone who doesn't think the two of you will ever speak again, or they don't know, there's no guarantees, they don't know, this isn't what they wanted. They want you, okay? Now listen, I did write a little bit more. Some of you may not want this person. Some of you may, but there would have to be a lot of work done. And some of you do not want this person, or you don't want them back. That's going to be different for everybody. Because maybe they're not understanding what got you guys to this point to begin with. Now, others of you, that's not at all going to resonate. Maybe what's driven y'all apart is that you live so far apart, or that it's just like the two of you can't really even be together right now anyway, so like what's it going to do? So it could be natural things and, you know, things like that. Nothing like y'all fought all the time or anybody was cheating or lying or being duplicitous. But in some cases that might have been the case. So I'm hearing Casey. I'm also hearing Kaysen, KC, Kaysen. I also heard Mason, Macy. Okay, let me get not distracted. I said let me get not distracted. Here's the gnats again. Look, chaos. Well, you could also call that Beelzebub, because doesn't it show up in a fly? Interesting. Yeah. I wonder if I got to that on this part. I know that I talk about that in a minute, but I'm not sure if I did it on this first part, because I did pick up that possibly this individual has people who could be like, depending on how this goes, this could be a person who does have other people, like other women or other men trying, at least. I don't know if they're involved with them or not, but they do at least have people trying to wiggle their way in or whatever, and they're not wanting anybody else, I'm telling you. So I think whatever happened between you and this person to get you guys to where it's looking right now between the two of you, it had the potential to really bring enlightenment in many ways to this person, to everybody involved perhaps. But because they can only see the negatives about everything, they're unable to truly grasp in entirety the blessings that have actually come from this connection with you. I mean, even if they're well the fuck aware. They're well aware of the blessings of having had you in their life, or having known you or met you, and vice versa. I mean, even if it was a situation for some of you where it was bad or ended badly, or I don't know, it wasn't all bad, you know, especially if you're with them. I mean, why would you be with them if the whole thing was bad? There had to be some good. So, but if you only focused on the bads, then we're just going to repeat again with somebody else because we haven't learned the lessons. So I think that you might have reached a certain point of understanding and enlightenment, but I'm not sure for some of you this person did, especially if it's an ex. But if it was something where the two of you were like friends with benefits, or a friend that maybe you turned down because you don't feel the same, or maybe you don't feel the same right now, you're busy, you're like on your own journey, or you can't be with them because you live too far apart, or you have kids you're raising and the children don't want you to date, or it just seems like the two of you couldn't come together. There's so many ways this could go. So you're going to have to pick which one resonates with you, if the message even does. But the common denominator in every situation is at least one person still wants to come together, still wants to be together, period. I still would choose you. So basically, covering this first part again, somebody, they still want you, but they're being really negative, and depending on who the person is on an individual basis is going to depend on how negative they're taking that. Some of them are just being negative on the inside. Some of them are expanding that negativity on the outside, meaning maybe talking a little bit of crap to some people. Because it just depends. That's gonna have to do with the character of the person, of the individual, like which way do they handle conflict or pain, you know. So they might be doing that. Some people could be a little petty here, but they're holding on to like so much sadness, that maybe even guilt, because it's like all they can see. Yeah, I don't know if this person's blaming you, or they're blaming themselves, or they're, you know, sometimes people will be like, I'm so stupid, I should have never trusted that, or I should have never trusted that dude, or whatever, you know. Like, are they, I don't know. They could be doing that, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, because I don't know how this ended, or how it turned up, or how it's ending up right now. I don't know. It'll be different, but they're consumed by their emotions. That's for sure. Okay. So, I think this person, you remember how I said they still want you in their life, which is the whole message, basically. You're still the one. Even if you guys end up being just friends, that's at least better than not having you around at all. Now, I don't know if they're going to swallow their pride and say that to you, or maybe they've already told you that, but you're not feeling the same. Again, that will be different. There's so many different scenarios here, I can hardly do the message. But I'm trying to just stick in the middle to get the main, you know, the common denominator of every one of them. But I do think this is someone who, I mean, at least can we still be friends, or just friends, period? Like, it depends on how this ends up. Like, if it ends up poorly and this person does something real awful and is mean and hateful or something, then you probably aren't going to be able to be friends with this person. That's going to depend on how they choose, or how they've chosen already, maybe, to handle things. I just want to say this. I'm going to throw this out here. But if this person was known to be violent or abusive, especially verbally, or hateful towards you, belittling in any way, that may be the reason some of you don't want to be around this person. But that's not for everybody. That's just something I picked up on. But anyway, I'm going to leave that there for the first part of the video. That's what we got, guys. So let me mark where I'm at, and then we'll take the rest on over to members. So I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.